Welcome to your practice, yogi. Today we're focusing on a couple of different things. We're going to be moving some energy through the liver and gallbladder meridian channels that run through the inner legs, the outer legs, where we hold a lot of frustration and irritation. And from a physical level, that means we're going to be targeting hips. So we're going to do inner thighs, outer part of the hip as well, but we're also going to tackle the glutes too. Because sometimes when the hips are tight, it's actually pulling from the glutes and the low back. You'll need a couple of blocks for this practice. And when you're ready, meet me on your back. We're going to start in reclined butterfly. So I'm going to grab my 2 blocks. I like lowest level, but you can flip them at any level. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees open, and then tuck those blocks underneath your thighs. Just adjust the position of your feet so that this feels spacious, where you have some room for sensation to arrive. Draw your shoulder blades apart, let your upper back soften, then close your eyes down and start to consciously breathe in and out of your nose, moving towards a direction of 4 count breath in to a 6 breath count out, all through the nose. See if you can allow a little bit more of a separation between the upper and the lower molars inside your mouth, softening through the jawline, the neck, and the shoulders. And then take one more really full, complete round of breath. And when you're ready, use your hands to gently guide your knees back up. Take the blocks out to the side. And as long as your lower back feels okay, take a moment to lengthen the legs out and let the body rebound here. Feel as sensation starts to move. Feeling a release. Maybe it's of tension. If your legs are extended, start to walk your feet back onto the mat. Give your knees a little hug into the chest. And a couple of times, just rock from side to side. And then gently start to bring your feet back down onto the mat. I'm going to turn over onto one side and begin to make your way up as we prepare for our next pose. We're going to move into deer pose next. So you're going to grab your blocks so that they're close by you. And we're going to start with the legs out for a moment. You're going to bend the right knee. And you're going to take the left foot to the inside of your right thigh there. And then you might just stay right here. This might be substantial for you. If you want to move a little deeper to the inner thigh on that right side, then you're going to start to open the knee up, and it can go whatever your range of motion is without overextending. Find a little flex in your left foot, and you're going to feel kind of lopsided, so you might choose to put hands on block. You might even choose to fold forward. Land your forearms on the blocks, and then draw your shoulders down. Take a moment to let your body settle. Your eyes closed. And your breath starts to deepen again. Relax in through your fingers, all the way through the arms, up over the shoulder ridge. Let the sound of your own breath anchor you right here, right now. Take 2 more deep breaths, not rushing, not forcing, just mindfully breathing in, mindfully breathing out. And then slowly start to back out. As you lift back up, very gently gather that back leg up and bring it around. And you might just choose to rebound for a moment in a cross-legged position. You're also welcome to just take the legs and extend them out if that feels better for the knees or the inner hips. 2 full deep breaths here. And now we'll transition to the other side. So if you're in a cross-legged position, take the legs out for a moment and you'll start to bend the left leg and you'll tuck that right foot kind of in the inner section of your thigh. Flex your foot and then decide just how much you want to open that left inner thigh. Okay. Remember, it's not about what it looks like, it's about how it feels in your body. If you feel like a fold is in the cards for today, then you can start to come down maybe onto forearms on blocks. Remember to give yourself the space to move. Maybe to move the breath deeper. Sometimes it's to move into the shape deeper. But start off slow. Expand as it feels right in your body. Take 2 more slow breaths. Inhaling for 4 through the nose Exhaling for 6 through the nose. And then when you're ready, slowly start to lift up. Lengthen out your spine. Use your left hand to gently guide that left leg back and around. And again, you might just choose to rebound in a cross-legged position, or you can extend the legs out. Take a moment to notice how you feel, where you feel things shifting. Softly begin to open your eyes. And for our next pose, we're going to be releasing tension in through the glutes. So I'm going to show you how this pose is going to work. So you have your 2 blocks. The blocks are going to be on the lowest level for the most amount of stability and support. But the edge of the block, the long edge of the block, is going to rest right at the edge of each butt cheek. So the majority of each butt cheek is actually going to be unsupported on the block. Okay, so the one edge of the block is going to be here, and your glute's going to kind of rest right there. Okay, so you're not going all the way here. You're not letting your entire bum cheek rest on the top of the block. Okay, so you're going to grab your 2 blocks. You're going to place them on either side of your mat, and then you're going to come down, knees bent, feet grounded. From there, it's almost as if you're coming into a supported bridge, but you're going to lift your hips and you're going to slide the blocks. I usually do one at a time. 1 block, and then the second block. And it's going to feel a little awkward at first. You're going to want to think, oh, I should just have my entire bum supported, but no, you don't. You want as much of it unsupported. Like you could slide your hand back there and you can feel, okay, how much space there is. And then the legs, ideally fully lengthened out. However, if that pulls a lot on the front of the hip flexor or the low back, you can bend your knees. Once you're into shape here, draw your shoulder blades apart so your upper back is as flat as possible. And then let your arms rest just outside of the blocks, palms facing up. There'll be a tendency to try and hold the pelvic area up. Let it go. Move into your breath. Let your breath anchor you right here, right now. As you're settled in here, see if you can begin to lengthen your exhale. Maybe bringing it up to a count of 7 or even 8, while still maintaining the same inhale, maybe a 4 or 5. Take one more really deep breath. Fill your entire body up. And then gently start to bend the knees, walk the feet up closer towards the blocks, lift the hips, slide the blocks out, lower the pelvis back down. Let your spine adjust here for a moment. Let your knees touch, take your feet a little wider, and take 3 deep breaths here. And then it's yogi's choice here. You might just extend your legs all the way out and come into your final Shavasana, supporting your body with the blocks as needed, or you can choose to come up in a meditation position. I encourage you to surrender the breath, letting it come back to an unmeasured state. please take all the time that you need here. There's never any rush. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. Namaste.